Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wealthy Wednesdays. This episode I want to talk to you about the journey to wealth and how to make it successful. So I want to start by illustrating with a scenario here. Think about this. Imagine you have $1 million, okay? Everybody's got $1 million. And you're looking at this money and you're trying to decide what to do with it. So you say, you know what? I need some advice. So you pick up the phone and you call one financial guy and he says to you, I really don't know. I like to try to play these things by ear. We'll take some of it, maybe put it into this stock, and then we'll try out that other stock. We'll buy a piece of property with this portion of it, and the rest of it we'll just stick in the bank and we'll see what happens, right? So you hang up the phone from him. You call the next guy. The next guy tells you, I don't know, man, these are scary times. I think we'll just take the whole $1 million, we'll stick it in a nice safe bank account, we'll earn 1, maybe 2% interest on it, and call it a day, because we got to play it safe. So you hang up the phone from him. You pick up the phone, you call the third guy. The third guy says to you, man, if you want to win in this world, you got to roll a dice and play it wild, fast and loose. You got to take risks if you want to win big. So I think we're going to take the whole thing, we're going to dump it into this startup, and maybe we'll take a little bit and put it into some junk bonds, and we'll see what happens. And if you win big, baby, you're going to be set for life. If you lose, hey, you take your chances and you take your losses. You hang up the phone from him. You try one more guy. You call this fourth guy and the guy says to you, well, you know what, sir? Before I even take your money, I'd like you to come into my office. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about who you are. What your goals are, what your values are, and what you want to get out of life, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Then we can put a solid written plan together to make sure that your money actually performs in the way you want it to get you to where you want to be at the time you want to be. Now, I don't have to ask you which one of those four guys you're going to go with, right? You're going to go with the guy with a plan who actually takes the time to think about who you are and what you want. Right? Now, here's the thing though. Most of us are guys 1, 2, or 3. Either we're stumbling along and we don't have a plan, or we're so scared that we're just not willing to take any risk whatsoever, or 3, we're blowing our money every day with no plan in sight, hoping that maybe one day we'll hit a scratcher and win it big, and that's our retirement plan. Too many of us are like those guys. What we want to be with ourselves is that fourth guy. We want to be intentional about our money, know where we want to go and when we want to get there. So let me give you some advice on how to go about doing that. First step, know yourself and understand your values. Once you know that, then number 2, you can set goals and put a time limit on when to reach those goals. Number 3, you want to put in place what I call my intentional spending plan. This is a plan for your money that takes into account who you are, what your goals and values are, and then you lay out a plan for every dollar every month so that you know exactly what you're going to do with it, so that it's being intentionally allocated in order to get you to that dream life, that dream destination that you long for. And lastly, step number 4, execute. Execute with passion, with diligence, and with intentionality. I don't call the name of my company Intentional Money Solutions for nothing, because I truly believe in my heart that in order to win at the game of money and the game of life, we have to be intentional with what we do. So that is my recommendation to all of you. Be intentional. Go out there, take control of your own situation. Remember, be your own money hero, because no one else is coming to save you. I leave you with that on this Wealthy Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next